Hello good friend, have you ever heard about the African savanna? A lovely place keen on introducing a wide variety of Machiavellian, psychotic, sadistic animals. Since day one, many of them are fully determined to eat, kill, bully, grapple, poison, drown, discombobulate, or all of the above. Getting born ready, this cliché slogan well often used by us humans to create catchy one-liners is for all intent and purposes a true way of life in the animal kingdom. Today let's face off two massive beasts at the top of the African savanna's food chain, each highly competent murderers, the rhinoceros and the hippopotamus. Let's dive in. The rhino. Of all land animals, the rhinoceros is the second largest, only surpassed by elephants. It weighs 5,000 pounds. This is big. This is the equivalent of 6 grizzly bears glued together. Take an average airplane. All it takes for it to be at full capacity is to put in it 6 rhinos. The animal has extremely poor eyesight, which is an unfortunate state of affairs, particularly in an area where the neighbors are not particularly known to be neighborly. A wide variety of outrageous, rampant, homicidal maniacs, hyenas, lions, wild dogs, baboons will give you the worst kind of attention all day long, all night long. They won't stop, they just won't. Being nearly blind in such an environment, for understandable reasons, will impress upon you a tremendous amount of trust issues that the most competent Freudian psychiatrist will not be able to reverse. For that specific reason, the rhino tends to have unpredictable violent predispositions. The murderous vegetarian has a 2 inches thick skin. It is tough, dry, and will resist the best moisturizing efforts of the most top-tier skincare product on the planet. Its defense is flawless, yes, but is it strong? Outrageously so, yes it is. See, for instance, when you have a car in front of you, what you see is a 4-wheel road engine endowed with the ability to take you places at fast rates. What the rhino sees is a ball it can play with, and you can make a pretty solid case that an adversary who does have the capability to kick your car's ass, by default can also kick the ass of pretty much any other life form. Nature, in an unsolicited display of horrifying creativity, placed a 150 cm long keratin-structured horn right on top of the animal's nose. A simple glance at this conflict-ending fine piece of weaponry will make you lose all confidence in your ability to survive a hit. Despite the massive size of that grass-eating lunatic, it can and will shock you with a high running speed of up to 34 miles per hour, which is the equivalent of tying 6 grizzly bears on your back and still beating Prime Usain Bolt in a race. A true testimony of fitness and power. The hippopotamus, the 3rd largest land animal in the world, a bit smaller than its adversary, the rhino. 4,000 pounds, 13 feet long, 5 feet tall at the shoulder. The physical characteristics of a 4-wheel drive, with none of its charms. The hippo's life revolves around family, grazing, drinking, and maniacally driven murderous predispositions. Every single interaction in its life includes the opportunity to manifest sheer, unadulterated violence, which it will embrace with disturbing enthusiasm. The Hippo clan is packed with over 100 members, each one of them being as clinically deranged as the other. This toxic coalition gives great opportunities for the animal to be a highly competent fighter, considering its obsession for territorial dominance. The strongest one of them, the alpha male, will prove to you on a daily basis that it doesn't think much of you. Its main obsessions? Making sure that it has better food than anyone else in the clan and that it has prime access to the females in the clan. Pompous, selfish bastard. The Machiavellian psychotic lunatic also has regular confrontations with the strongest predators in the African savanna. Crocodiles, lions, hyenas, and more, all of them can testify to the inconvenience of having a hippo as a neighbor. It has the 5th strongest bite force in the animal kingdom and the ability to open its mouth 150 degrees, making way more room inside than you'd want it to. Hippos are considered the 3rd most aggressive animals on Earth, and unlike numerous predators, they don't seem to have an excellent reason for it. See, it is a vegetarian, so it doesn't have much of an incentive for being a raging douchebag and turning your life into a nightmare. And yet, the second it lays eyes on you, it will immediately put on hold everything it was doing and make you its personal business with so much enthusiasm and devotion to the task that you will find it impossible to believe you don't owe it money. Its intimate relationship with violence is what makes it an opponent of exceptional danger. Now that we briefly went through both animals, it's time to determine who would win in a deathmatch. From a physical perspective, the rhino seems to be one step ahead of its opponent on every single angle. It is more massive than the hippo, stronger than the hippo, faster than the hippo. The hippo, to its credit, has strong teeth made of ivory, which is tougher than the rhino's horn, but that doesn't give much of an advantage, because those teeth in question just won't get through the rhino's thick skin. The only physical disadvantage that the rhino may have is its poor eyesight. Fighting a Range Rover with murderous intent is one thing, fighting it while being legally blind is a whole other ballgame. In short, if the rhino fails to identify the danger in a timely manner, this would give a head start to the hippo, and it will take advantage of that in the most unethical manner. But again, regardless, in terms of physical characteristics, the rhino would dance on the hippo's corpse 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. But does that mean that the rhino would necessarily win a confrontation? No, it doesn't. As stated before, the hippo is a clinically diagnosed pathological psychopath who will demonstrate a deep desire to murder bystanders, only because they're guilty of breathing or existing. This is the polar opposite of the rhino, who happens to be a pretty playful animal. Paranoid, yes, but playful. It has the temper of a pet, but just large and strong enough to accidentally commit a homicide. It would fight another animal only if it feels forced to. During the confrontation, after a few bites from the hippo, it would probably cut its losses and give up the fight, earning its opponent a win. Another advantage of the hippo is that it is a semi-aquatic animal, which makes it comfortable around bodies of water. Should the fight happen near a river, for instance, the hippo would probably try to drown the rhino. In short, if the fight happens on land, the rhino would most likely win if it doesn't run away. If the fight happens near water, the hippo would most definitely win.